The financial Grim Reaper doesn't discriminate. It's an unavoidable truth that some gaming passion projects are destined to live with me and the crack fox in my house at the scrap heap. Whether the catalyst is scarce funding, lack of foresight, or a dangerous combination of both. So if you wanted to play any cool-sounding games that companies have announced anytime soon, tough titties. It won't be any of these, bitch! With that in mind, I'm Ash from WhatCulture Gaming, and these are 7 amazing video games you'll never get to play. 7. Mega Man Universe. Sporting a very nifty 2.5D aesthetic and a dedicated campaign based on Mega Man 2, Universe had intended to provide players with the choice of creating their own custom stages and sharing them online for others to enjoy. I wonder where we've heard that before. Capcom has never provided a concrete reason beyond a stock various circumstances response for Universe's cancellation, but strapping on a magnifying glass and doing a little Cole Phelps digging reveals the truth. Just several months prior to the official announcement, Mega Man co-creator and Universe's producer Inafune confirmed his departure from Capcom. He then released Mighty No. 9, a supposed spiritual successor to Mega Man that became entangled in controversy over its numerous delays and eventual subpar quality. Oh, alright then, I guess that'll do it. 6. Fez 2. This sequel would have marked the return of the Fez hat-wearing Gomez for further adventures, running about the pixel art world that blossomed into a lovely 3D landscape. Not long after the sequel's announcement, Phil Fish, an outspoken proponent of independent games development, found himself dragged into a heated and very public argument with a games journalist on social media. Fish threw his hands up and declared Fez 2 had been cancelled shortly after the dust had settled, taking his ball and going home so no one could play anymore. And like a poor child in the middle of a divorce, Gomez was left behind for a sexy new wife and a midlife crisis sports car. Collateral damage at its finest. 5. Blizzard's Titan. Described as a class-based shooter, progression would be tied to earning skill points and unlocking new abilities for each class via skill trees in this game. The last we ever heard of the fledgling IP, though, is that Titan would have taken place on a near-future Earth where the player would maintain a mundane job, butchering, engineering, or entrepreneurship during the day, whilst waging clandestine warfare against opposing factions at night. The normal working week then, really. I always bring my rune sword into work just in case. Turns out, a collection of art assets and ideas created for the title eventually formed some of the building blocks for Overwatch. The shooter's mascot Tracer, for example, started life as Titan's jumper class, only without the thick English accent and cheery demeanour, but of course retaining that trademark ass that makes more appearances than her face. Yeah, they know what you like, you bunch of perverts. And I can say that with confidence after a disturbing look at the comments section. 4. Agent. Announced nearly a decade ago as a PlayStation 3 exclusive, Agent was primed to be another instant win for Rockstar, a stealth and action hybrid set during the Cold War. Players would have been pulled into the world of counterintelligence, espionage, and political assassinations in a world more definitively James Bond than even Daniel Craig and Sean Connery's absurdly chiseled love child. But, of course, Rockstar's just too dang busy pouring its heart and soul into Red Dead Redemption 2. Prior to that, it was Grand Theft Auto 5, and post-Red Dead 2, it'll no doubt be GTA 6. In other words, we can go diddle ourselves unless either of those franchises ever goes under. Read, that will be never. Until then, Agent will remain vaporware. 3. Scalebound. An action RPG that would whisk players off to the primal world of Draconis to engage in stylish combat, with its big old baddies playing as Drew, the wisecracking Dante-like protagonist. The best part of all this is you have a dragon called Thuban that you're bonded with, who will kill for you, let you ride around on his big lizard butt, and is generally badass as heck. It's like having a giant pet flying cat. Oh my god, I need it. Varied combat and progression systems were shown off during Scalebound's final public showing at E3 2016. Thuban could even be issued commands and directly controlled through the neat-sounding Dragon Link mechanic. In January 2017, though, Microsoft came forward to formally announce that Scalebound had died a true death. Cancelled due to continuing issues surrounding the game's engine and overdue deadlines, which is crap, it's rubbish. Bring it back. It's not like it ever stopped them before. Jeez. 2. Streets of Rage. Streets of Rage was a remake of Sega's classic 90s beat-em-up that would see Axel Stone, Blaze Fielding and Adam Hunter reunited to take their streets back from a vicious crime syndicate and their big boss man, Mr. X. Ruffian Games was to helm the project, which had been repurposed from its 2D side-scrolling roots into a full-blown 3D world with expanded combat and an ever-so-pretty skin. That feels slightly psychopathic to say, but it really was the kind of skin you'd like to cut off and hang up on your wall. You know, a nice wallpaper skin. Ruffian Games wouldn't be drawn out on why it has actually been canned though, which is weird. If the remake's pre-alpha quality was this high so early on during development, maybe Sega just didn't like the prospect of making money. 1. Insane. Poor Guillermo del Toro, the bloke just can't catch a break as far as video games are concerned. Not only was the famed director's collaboration with Hideo Kojima on Silent Hills unceremoniously dropped faster than a handful of seagull crap at the beach. Oh god. But the survival horror Insane bit the dust a few years prior. First teased in 2010 with a suitably spooky trailer, the project never reached the point where any gameplay footage could be shown, and was killed off when THQ went under in 2014. Given Del Toro's reputation, it would have undoubtedly been one hellboy of a ride, but now we will never know. Well, tits. And that's our list. Which of these games would you give your left nut to be able to play? Let us know in the comments section below. I've been Ash and this has been WhatCulture Gaming. Make sure to subscribe to the WhatCulture YouTube channel for more lists like this. And don't forget to visit whatculture.com for daily news and articles. Thanks for watching.